Disney has lost their minds, and after watching this video, I'm sure you can agree too. Hey guys, VipBaron20 back again with a very different video. I do apologize to my normal viewers. This is not a gaming video at all. I do apologize for that, but I was watching this on Twitter the other day. I was seeing it trend everywhere, and I thought it was a meme. I thought it was a joke. I was like, no way could this be true. But after doing my own research, this is real. This is real life. This is actually happening right now on a Disney set. It is so insane. It is so crazy. You can do nothing but laugh at it. It is so cringe. You know, Disney gets this term, and people throw it around a lot, and I hate using the word, but the word is woke. And when it comes to Disney, people use this word a lot. And I try not to use that word too much, but when it comes to this situation, after I explain to you in detail what is happening and what is going on, you can most definitely say Disney has really gone woke, and it is really, really sad, and it's really cringe. And they're so embarrassed by it that they actually tried to lie about the situation, and we're going to expose all that here in just a second. If you like these kinds of videos, leave a like below. And again, I do apologize to my normal viewers because this is something completely off topic. But like I said, I cannot stay quiet about it because, believe it or not, a little disclaimer, I'm actually a huge Disney fan. Okay, I've been to Disney World several times as a child. I even took my own kid to Disney World. As I grew up and became an adult myself, I decided to take my child to Disney World, and we enjoyed ourselves. We had a great time. I even have a vlog about that on the channel. That's how much I love Disney. I love Aladdin. It's one of my favorite movies. I mean, I'm a big Disney fan. Now, you know, the last 5 years or so, Disney has really falling off. I mean, no one even really goes to the parks anymore. It's even been reported in the last several weeks that the attendance is really down in Disney World, in Disneyland in California and in Florida. It's insane. People, it's like a ghost town there. It's crazy right now. And people are fed up with this stuff. What are we talking about? We're talking about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's a movie that is actually in the process of being filmed right now. And it comes out next year, 2024. And what they're doing is so crazy. Okay, so they're taking Snow White. Anyone who's ever watched Snow White or know the lore behind Snow White, know the story, know everything about it. Snow White is called Snow White because her skin is white as snow. It's actually written that way into the actual story. Her skin is white as snow. She's supposed to be a very fair-skinned, character. Disney decided to go ahead and just take that right out and put a Latino in place with that. So, you can't have a white person playing a white character. Can't do that. That no longer makes sense for Disney, as we have seen in like The Little Mermaid and stuff like that. So they decided to take that right out of there. Now, I could be like, okay, let's look away from that. Okay, that's just one thing, right? No, they took it a step further. The seven dwarves are no longer dwarves. Okay, you have one little person and six other like adults, okay, and yet one of them's a female. Okay, I mean, tell me where there's a female dwarf in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Well, apparently in 2024 we're gonna see it. We're not only are we gonna see just, it's not going to be seven dwarfs anymore. It's going to be one dwarf. There's going to be a female, and there's going to be a bunch of different races because, you got to diversify. If you're Disney, you have to diversify. You have to. They may even throw in a gay character in there. You never know because you have to really hit every demographic. And that's what Disney feels like they have to do in every single movie or TV show that they make anymore. And it doesn't make any sense. And I'm all for, I want this to be clear. I'm all for diversity and, giving everyone an equal opportunity. I'm all for that. I'm not racist at all. Heck, my girlfriend is Hispanic. So don't even give me that. I don't want to see comments, people saying crazy stuff like that, because anyone who knows me as a person can tell you that that's not me. And like I said, I'm all about people having a fair shot. Now, if Disney would have went out and say this person who is going to be playing Snow White, say she auditioned better than everyone else, then you could maybe, say, okay, whatever, she deserves the part. But Disney went out of their way to make sure that Snow White wasn't white. Disney went out of their way to make sure that the seven dwarfs, they are not dwarfs. There's only one. It's crazy. It's really weird. It's really bizarre. And it doesn't stop there. It is so crazy. This movie is so woke that Snow White is no longer going to be waiting around for her Prince Charming in this. Disney has already announced that Snow White is taking a different direction. Snow White is going to be a more powerful female who doesn't need a man to save her. Okay, she's going to be doing all the saving on her own. Okay, get that Prince Charming right out of here. We don't need men. It's all about the women. Really weird. I mean, this is such a weird take from Disney. It shouldn't surprise us at this point when it comes to Disney, because they've been doing this a lot in their movies and TV shows as of the last 5 years. But this one really does take the cake. Again, when I seen these photos, I'm telling you, when these photos came out, I thought it was a joke. I was like, no way can this be real. Disney was ashamed of these photos. When these photos first came out, Disney made a statement and said that these are fake. These images you are seeing are fake. They actually told a reporter that these are not real, because they had such backlash, because it's so crazy what they're doing, that Disney didn't even want to admit that they were real. Now Disney has come out and said that these are real photos on a real Disney set, but these are not official photos because Disney did not release these photos. Somebody else took these photos. So it is real. Disney just didn't want to admit it back then, but it is real, and this is really happening. And it's a darn shame. I mean, they're taking our childhood stories and they're reimagining them, and they're trying to make them politically correct, or whatever you want to call it. I call it woke. Call a spade a spade. This is the wokest film in production right now that I've ever seen in my entire life. It is insane what Disney is doing. I want you guys to do me a favor and leave a comment below and let me know exactly what do you think about this. You know, I'm sure there's people out there that are going to be like, you know, I think Sean's crazy. I think Sean's an asshole. Disney's doing nothing wrong. Let a Latino play the white part, you know, because they don't get as many roles as white people do. And who cares about the dwarfs? I don't see nothing wrong with what we're doing with the dwarfs. I say that's where you're wrong. Little people never get roles. I mean, they get very small roles. Usually if a little person is auditioning for a role, it's because they need a little person. You know, it's really sad, but that's the case. Here you have a film where you have 7 dwarves, where 7 little people should be giving these roles. So Disney is stripping those roles away from the little people. So they're literally taking roles away from people who normally don't get roles to begin with and giving them to just normal people. It's crazy. It's really crazy what's going on. So, you know, I don't know. Think about it. Let me know what you think. Did you know this film was did you know they were making this film, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, being filmed right now? It's getting released next year. Are you going to watch it? I will not. I definitely will not be watching it, but I'm dying to know. Maybe I'm out of line. Maybe I'm out of line. Let me know if I'm out of line. And you agree with what Disney's doing. But I think it's crazy. I think it's insane. Pretty much all for right now, guys. And as always, there'll be more to come shortly. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. Bonafide Latina here. Just going to throw my 2 cents out there. I agree with everything he just said, and I just wanted to add one more little point. There are so many strong Hispanic female people throughout history that you really could pluck out anyone and create an incredible story, an incredible movie, that you don't have to backtrack on old themes and take a character that is designed for skin that is as white as snow and put someone else into it. I get where they're trying to come from, but in certain instances, you don't need so much change. You can actually take things that already exist and bring that to the forefront for people who don't know about amazing stories. Why don't we start there? You probably won't get as much backlash. Just a thought.